Hello, Nick Jones here for episode 5 in the intermediate ab series. Just before you get going, pause, read the disclaimer, make sure this is right for you before getting going. Secondly, I use this as my warm-up. I don't recommend that for everyone. If you want a quick 5-minute warm-up, a video will be elsewhere on my channel. I'll link it in the description. Apart from that, let's get to it. All you're going to need is your body weight and a mat for this episode. First move is just going to be a cross crunch, opposite ankle to opposite knee, hands gently supporting your head looking straight up at the ceiling, chin away from the chest, and just go opposite elbow to opposite knee. Let's go. So you almost go up once and then across twice, so it's almost like a 2-stage crunch. So we crunch straight up to start with, then up with a twist, squeeze, pause the abs, pause, squeeze the abs, breathe out, get a nice connection to the abs. Doesn't really matter which side you start, because we're going to kind of do one of each move today. Just again, in these early rounds though, we want to think about getting those abs contracting. We want to think about getting them working. Again, it's not just about surviving the workout today and making it look easy. It's about engaging that core, make it, so as if you're trying to get into a pair of trousers, it's one size too tight. Engaging the core first and squeezing those abs as hard as you can every rep. So we're swapping the sides, swap the ankle, swap the knee, and then exactly the same move but just to the other side. Again, crunch straight up to start with, then twist across, opposite elbow to opposite knee. So again, today we're doing our 50 seconds on, 10 seconds off. Feel free to take more rest than that if you need it. Feel free to take less rest. If you feel you know what's coming, go with the counter, have a look at the next move coming, just go straight in if you want to. If not, if you want to take extra pauses, it's absolutely fine, just do what you can. And then slowly in time, take less and less pauses and get stronger and stronger. Okay, finished there. Next move up, we're going to do our side V-sit. So we're going to lie on our side. One arm out at a 90-degree angle to stabilize. Stretch all the way out and then reach up, try and touch your toes. Again, you want as much of the body coming up off the ground as you can. Nice big pause squeeze at the top position. So I'm doing these reps nice and slowly and nice and under control. This is what we want, especially at that top position. Have that little moment where it looks like you stop moving. If you want to make this a little bit easier, you can kind of bend the legs, round it into the chest. But to make it harder, keep the legs straight. And just keep it going. Seconds. Okay, approaching the end of the third round, we're going to do exactly the same move but on the other side. So just roll over onto the other hip. Arm out at 90-degree angle straight in front of the head to stabilize. Then stretch all the way out long and down and then come all the way up, reach for the toes. I do have a slightly dicky hip on this side, so I couldn't get quite as high. But, well, I couldn't quite keep my legs together as I went up. But it's a work in progress. I'm working on it. So again, so this session today we are focusing on oblique. So the kind of twisty muscles in the abs rather than kind of the straight up and down muscles of the abs. So lots of kind of work on the sides. 10 seconds. And we're just going to blast it. We're not repeating any moves today, just the same move all the way through. Right, okay, so what you're going to do now, we're going to do our side back dip next. So stay facing the same direction, knee and elbow, and lift your hips into the air. I'm going to turn around for the purpose of the camera. But basically, whichever way you are facing on that side V-sit, stay facing that way and just come up into this position and then just pulse. So basically you want to do the top, repeat the top 5% of the move. You can put your second hand down if you want to, if you're feeling a bit of pressure on your elbow or shoulder. But apart from that, I actually like to do this one from my knees and from the elbow, just because I find if I go from my feet and elbow, I just feel a bit too much pressure on my shoulder and I can't get that concentration on the contraction in the abs. And that's the important bit, is getting the contraction in the abs. So I just take it nice and slow and I just really I concentrate on squeezing those abs, pausing, breathing out, squeezing at the top. And this way I just feel it a lot more in my abs, in the target muscle. Then just flip over to the other side. So if I were you, just roll on to the other side and go again, but I'm just going to stay facing the camera. And let's just do the other side. Nice and simple today. Simple but tough, just how I like it. So with regards to ab training, how I like to do my abs is I kind of like to do 8 to 12 minutes a day. So these kind of intermediate sessions per day. But if I tend to miss a day or two, I'll then do an advanced session, so a kind of double length one. And by the way, as I've only got 2 advanced sessions up at the moment, this current point in time when I upload this video, if you've sort of if you want to do more kind of advanced style sessions, what I just recommend doing is do the intermediate session, but just do it twice through. Go through it once, rewind it straight back again, do it again, and then you've got yourself a 20-minute workout. Or 24-minute, depending on how long it is. Right, so we're going back to similar to the first move, the cross crunch, except we're going to lift the legs as we cross crunch, okay? So opposite elbow to opposite knee, you crunch up and across, twist through the torso, but then lift the legs at the same time to get that extra contraction in the abs. At this point in the workout, starting to really feel that those abs were alive. And this is it, is you want to get as good a connection to your abs as possible. It's not just about making the workout look easy and trying to show off in front of your friends. You want to try and make it as difficult as possible on your abs. That's how to get the most out of the workout.
10 seconds.
Okay, over to the other side, opposite ankle to opposite knee, and then opposite elbow to opposite knee, whilst lifting the legs. Here we go, just twist, crunch and squeeze. Lift the leg up, big pause, big squeeze. Again, that hip was a little bit tricky on this side, so I couldn't go quite as high with the legs. However, for you, go as crazy as you want. This will be our 8th move for the go. And again, get that pause, get that big squeeze at the top. Pause, squeeze, breathe out. Try and tense that muscle as hard as you possibly can. Try and get that muscle to cramp if you can.
10 seconds.
Just to give you a bit of pre-warning on the next move, we're going to go into plank position next. So I want you as quick as you can now to switch over into plank. But we're going to do the plank from the hands to start with. So top of the press-up position, hands and toes. Then you're going to step out with one leg and then up. Same knee to same elbow. Then switch the legs. Step out, same knee to same elbow. But get that knee up as high as you can and as wide as you can. Get it outside. You can't really see it from this angle, but try and get that knee right outside of the elbow. Get it right as high up as you can and as wide as you can. This is going to really fire up the obliques as you do this, okay? And after all the ab work you've done, you should feel it generally in the abs at the moment anyway. On your next move, I'm going to give you a bit of a pre-warning, okay? You can go for a harder option where you literally just drop straight down into your forearms from this position into a normal plank, and we'll do a new move from there, or you can take a bit of a break. I do actually take a bit of a break on this one myself, but if you want that harder option, just go straight in. So now I'm in the normal plank position, and now I'm going to do opposite knee to opposite elbow. Still try and keep the bum fairly low, even if it means you can't bring the knee up quite as high. If you want to make it more difficult though, as you bring that knee forward, have a little pause squeeze at the top position. But you see my bum still fairly low, just enough room to bring the knee forward and through, but I can't get the knees, say, that high. This is again a really good twisty kind of plank option. Really makes that plank a little bit harder. Our next move, you're going to be on your bum for some Russian twists, just so we can make a quick transition into the next exercise. 5 more seconds or so. Okay, drop down onto your bum. And then you're going to cross your arms, you're going to lean back till your abs engage, and then you're just going to slowly twist. If you want to make this harder, you could lift your feet into the air if you wanted to. If not, keep them on the floor and just twist away. So what you want to do is you want to lean back, get a really big ab contraction. If you're not feeling it enough in your abs, lean a little bit further back. And then just keep moving, just slowly keep moving.
Halfway there.
And we want to make sure our shoulders are rotating, not just our arms. So kind of get your sternum to face one way, your sternum to face the other way. Make sure we're getting that good rotation, shoulders relative to the hips. And again, abs are on fire at this point, and they should be if you're doing it correctly. Now, final move, ab bicycles. On your back, opposite elbow to opposite knee, and then just switch them over. On this one, you want to kind of crunch up first to make sure you're getting that good contraction in your abs like this, and then bicycle the top position. Chin away from the chest, head looking straight up at the ceiling, hands gently supporting the head, and just twist opposite elbow to opposite knee. Just twist and move for the time. Engage that core, pull in that tummy button. Brace your core as if you're about to be hitting the stomach. This will help support your back. If you want to make it harder, kick your legs out further. If you're feeling it in your back at all, don't kick them out quite as far. If you're feeling it at the top of your thighs, kick them up a little higher, up at a 45-degree angle. And we're going to do this to the finish. Okay, so just all the way to the finish, almost there. And that's a wrap. So we're going to stretch out the abs. My abs are cramping at that point. And again, we should be able to get that really good mind-muscle connection. We're going to go for our pencil stretch. Arms and legs nice and thin and nice and long. Suck in the tummy, big stretch of the abs. And yeah, again, if you fancy a bit more, feel free to re-watch the video or choose another intermediate video and just do it again back to back. Or if this is enough for the time being, stick with it and then just try and work slowly and slowly on taking fewer and fewer pauses. If you like this, there's lots of other stuff on the channel to support this. You know, we've got lots of stretch routines. In this ab session now, I do actually do a little bit of an extra stretch. I go for a bit of a lower back stretch as well, just to kind of wind things down. So where I go both knees over to one side, fetal position as if I'm in bed, on my side, and then relax the opposite shoulder back. Bit of pressure down on your knees. This stretches kind of through the torso, so it'd be good post abs and sort of especially through those obliques, but also stretches out the lower back and the hips. As I had just finished an RPM session at this point, so I was feeling a bit knackered. I fancied a bit of an extra stretch. So yeah, if you fancy a bit of an extra stretch, loosen up that lower back, stick with it to the end of the video. And just relax into it. So yeah, elsewhere on the channel I've got lots of nutritional stuff, I've got lots of stretch stuff, and I've got lots to come as well, lots of new things I've got planned for it. Hit that subscribe button if you can below. It doesn't cost you anything, but it really helps support me, and I'd hugely appreciate it. Or like, share, comment below, whatever, if there's any other videos you'd like to see, or if you'd like to see more of a certain type of video, feel free to drop it in the comment below. Hugely appreciated. Okay, bring the both knees up, and we're going to go slowly out of that stretch onto the other side. Make sure you go nice and slowly. Knees up nice and high, hands holding them down. Relax the opposite shoulder back. And we'll just see it through to the end. almost there. Just relax into that stretch. Breathe and just relax.
Well done.
Okay, and then slowly out of it. That's a wrap. That's going to do it for us today. Hope you enjoyed it. And a massive, massive thank you for any support you can show me on this channel. And hopefully see you in the next video.